On today's Crochet Corner, we're going to talk about Tunisian crochet. Look at this beautiful afghan. This is made in panels of simple Tunisian stitch in the white, and then when the whole afghan is complete, this beautiful floral motif is actually not crocheted at all. It's worked in cross stitch with the 2 pinks and 2 greens. On today's episode, we're going to talk about how to make this beautiful simple stitch in Tunisian crochet. Doesn't it look like knitting? It's really nice, dense fabric and great in a durable machine washable yarn like we used in the blanket and in our demo today. Let's get started. Here's a swatch that I've started already in Tunisian crochet. This is Tunisian simple stitch. There are many different patterns and stitches in Tunisian, but to start in a beginner, we're going to start with the simple stitch. Notice the vertical lines in the swatch. Each one of those vertical lines is where we're going to pick up for every stitch. We have a row that goes to the left, and then a return row that goes back to the right, and the front is always going to be facing us. This first vertical strip we skip, the first stitch we skip by doing a chain 1, which I just did, and then for the second stitch we're going to go in from right to left into the front of that vertical loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, but instead of finishing that stitch we're going to do half of every stitch and pick up all the way along the row, which kind of reminds me of knitting in a way. It's like we do half a row semi-knit and then half a row returned like an old-fashioned typewriter, and that's how we finish these crochet stitches, doing half and then finishing all of them half at the end. So we insert from right to left under the vertical loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and we will continue this across the row. For this demonstration, I'm using a regular crochet hook to show you that you really can, if you want to sample with this technique, you don't have to buy the new hook if you just want to sample it. But when you do decide to make a project with it, you might want to get an afghan hook or a Tunisian crochet hook, which is simply the same dimension as any sized hook that you're using, but they're longer so they can hold more stitches for when you're picking up all of these stitches. Okay, I have all my stitches picked up now for my starting of the row, and now for the end of the row we do something different for the first stitch, which is yarn over and pull through 1, but then for every stitch for the remainder of the row we do a yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, and we just continue to do that. Whoopsie, sometimes you get a little knot in your yarn. That came out nicely. Pull through 2, through 2, all the way across the row, which you can really pick up speed once you practice it. That part's a lot of fun. Okay, and then to start the next row we would just do a chain 1, again skip that first vertical loop and insert into the next one. If you notice, this fabric is pretty dense. Now I'm using a 5mm or an H8 hook on a worsted weight yarn, but some of the things that you could do to change the look of this one particular stitch pattern even is to just go up in your hook size a few sizes, and you can create a lot of drape and a much lacier look. You can find the pattern for this beautiful afghan on the website, and that's today's Crochet Corner.
Knitting Daily. Make time for yarn every day. Visit knittingdailytv.com for free access to all of the project instructions, ideas, tips, and techniques from this season of Knitting Daily.